Yada yada. Yatta! Nani? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LCS Online. I'm your host, Charlie.
I'm Al.
I'm John.
And today we're going to be talking about video games that we loved as kids and video games that we love now. So, to start it off, let's start with John.
Okay, so to start, a game that I played as a child, as a kid, so I'd have to say Age of Empires 2. Classic strategy game.
Solid.
Very, very, old. They brought it back with the HD collection, and I've been playing it quite a bit, actually. Trying to learn the ropes, because back then I was terrible at that game.
So you're like relearning it now with your knowledge of strategy games?
Yeah, because like back in the day, I didn't. Okay, here's the thing, right? You know how like a lot of these games involve trying to build up your economy.
Yeah.
And usually in Age of Empires specifically, that would be having more villagers, right? I would stop building villagers after I had 10.
Oh, so you just
Yeah, my economy was in the dumps, and I would be trying to make swordsmen and archers. I could have 5 by the time the AI has 100. So I was terrible at that game back then. But, yeah.
So
that was pretty bad.
Just limit on procreation.
Hard limit. You ain't making any more.
Not at all.
Yeah, no. What I thought was really weird was the swordsmen or the archers didn't need any food. See, my logic back in the day. Yeah, no, it was really weird. My logic in the my logic back in the day was a villager took 50 food to make, and a swordsman took I think it was 60 plus 20 gold, right? But an archer, it's only wood and gold. Are they made of wood?
Archers aren't real people.
They're not.
Archers are not real people.
No.
Just imagine a wood figure just holding a bow and arrow. They're just completely inanimate. Just wait, we're supposed to make people? It's just some very confused woodworker.
Yeah. It was very confusing for me back in the day. I've gotten better. I've definitely gotten better. I've looked up, build orders and stuff like that. It gets a lot more complicated once you start playing into the more meta and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm still not amazing at it, but I'm definitely a lot better than I used to be. On to, I guess, games that I play right now. I'd say I mostly stuck to strategy. I mean, I play a lot more different games, obviously, but strategy has always been my main focus. And more recent games I've played through the Total War series. It's all there's half grand strategy. The other half is these giant battles that are based off of more tactical strategy on the field instead of on the macro scale. So that's basically what I've been playing.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
I guess we'll move over to Al.
Okay. Well, back when I was a youngin', I would, one series I would always play, and I would play it all the time, and that is the Tycoon series.
Okay.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon, all of them.
Okay, my only question here is, were you one of those people that built the park meticulously and okay, everything's perfect? Or were you one of those people that built the park and then was you know what? I want to see what happens, and then just delete half of the track,
yeah.
in the middle of it.
Yes.
And just
Yes.
Yes,
shoot
I was
people
both
off
of
to their
those.
death.
I was both of those people.
That's fantastic. That's
I
awesome.
would take time building a park and everything would be going great, and then someone would say, I don't like that this park is so it doesn't cost really anything to get in. So I would just go okay, why don't you get on this roller coaster here? And then I would delete the track.
You know what? I had a friend back in middle school, elementary school, something like that, who he put the roller coaster right at the edge of the park, and he deleted half the roller coaster and moved it to the edge of the park. So out of the park. It's just okay, quick entrance, and whoa, gone. All right, that's
not very safe.
Well, one of my favorite memories was Zoo Tycoon in particular, because I had like the Sea Marine and like the dinosaur pack. Two things happened in particular. With the Sea Marine, I had these orca whales, and I was like, you know what? I have these mermaid statues. I'm going to take them and put them in the water for like, scenic reasons.
Mm-hmm.
The mermaid statue started shaking, and I'm just like, what? What is going on? They turned into real mermaids.
That's incredible.
That's pretty
So
good.
now,
That's some really good detail right there.
so now, I had to build another exhibit to try and take care of the mermaids.
It's like, oh god, I have mermaids now. What do I do?
And there was
What do
no,
I do?
and there was no way to make them happy because they didn't want to be there.
Oh, feels
So
bad.
I mean, you were originally a statue, and then you came to life, and you're like, okay, I guess now I'm an exhibit. Like, this is
They're
my
just a
life.
showpiece now.
And the other thing I used to do, real quick, I would get T-Rex eggs. I would make the park free, so a ton of people would come in, and then when the eggs hatched and everything, I would pause the game. I'd use an electric fence to block off the exit, and then I would let the T-Rex go.
Okay, Jurassic Park.
Thing is, I hadn't even seen Jurassic Park at that time. It was just an innate thing.
You heard it here first, folks. Jurassic Park ripped off Al.
Clever girl.
And games that I play now, I lean more towards role-playing games and a few strategy games. Like one in particular is, you can tell from my shirt, Dragon Age. I used to love BioWare games like Dragon Age, Mass Effect. They had a Star Wars MMO one that was really good. And it's like just games where you like build your own character, decide what they say and everything. I really liked games like that.
Okay, wait. Build your own character. What was like the weirdest character you ever made? Like, did you mess with the proportions? Did you change colors? Like, I want to know.
Okay.
Oh god, it's gonna get
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh,
no.
His name was Boinko.
No. Okay, no. Keep going.
Okay, so he had blue hair that was like kind of like misheveled. And that wasn't even my doing. I couldn't affect the hair. I just chose like the weirdest looking hair that I could. I put it on him. I gave him like this super weird like face tattoo, and I like pushed his chin up into his face. So his chin was all the way up to like his
Oh my
upper
god.
lip. And I would just go, and everyone's just like, "Hey Ryder, how's it going?" And he'd just be like, "Oh, I'm doing great." How are you doing, PB?
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
Oh,
It's
that's
beautiful.
great. So, childhood games for me, there's a lot.
I know.
But I think my favorite one that I can think of so far has to be Final Fantasy VIII. Not 7, 8.
Doubts.
I wonder why.
Okay, listen. I mean, look, 7 objectively has the better villain, right?
Yes.
But I think 8 has the better hero. I like Squall. Squall is...
I don't know. He seems a bit edgy to me. I don't
No,
know.
okay. No, he's definitely... Cloud isn't edgy.
Eh,
Look at the
that's
hair,
true,
dude.
True.
I mean, but would you see Squall dress in a wig and a dress to save?
That's true. That
To
is very
save
true.
anyone?
That's true.
I mean, like, if... Like, the wig and dress were, like, put on him, like, he didn't have to do it. You have to remember how lazy and how apathetic he is as a
Yeah.
character. He's just like...
Extremely
Yeah,
apathetic.
but, like, he wouldn't be against it. He's just like, as long as I don't have to put in effort.
Go on. Say the line.
Squall, I'm dying. Okay. That literally happened in the game. I'm not dying. The main love interest said that she was dying, and he just went. Okay.
Didn't he say I don't care?
Oh no, he did say I don't care. I forgot about that. Yeah, he said
Oh.
I don't care. So you know what? As far as that goes, I'm really happy with that. But The just like the dynamics of the game were much better. Like
I will agree with that.
Yeah, the turn-based system felt more fluid, and the weapons, dude, the weapons were incredible. A gun blade that looked, it was like the most badass Final Fantasy weapon to date.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you can say the Buster Sword, right? You can say like this giant sword, or
Okay, to be fair, I'm the type of person who doesn't like overly unrealistic things. So I don't like the Buster Sword. I know I'm gonna get hit. Or the Gunblade. They're just too cumbersome. But that's only because I'm kind of like a historical fanatic. So yeah, you can disregard my opinion in this one.
yeah, we don't like to live in the real world.
I do.
That's not where we
Big
are.
time escapism over here.
But anyways, yeah, I mean, Gunblade was super cool. The character was super cool. The character design was like really, it was really flashy, but not in like a, well, with the exception of the main villain.
Yeah.
It wasn't in like a way out of bounds way. You know, like if you're looking at the other Final Fantasy series, right? It's you're either on like the really bland side, like I mean, if we, what is Cloud wearing? Like just the.
It's like a suspender. I
Yeah,
think
it's like
a
the suspender
with
and like
hands. Yeah.
one shoulder,
It was like a shoulder
yeah.
guard. Yeah.
and it's like that's like really on the low end, and then you have, but there's like really crazy designs like
Like
Zidane, yeah, and I feel like Final Fantasy VIII met that middle ground in a lot of different ways, which is why I really liked it as my starting point for the Final Fantasy. You know.
But what do you think of the magic system, though? I've heard a lot of people complain about, like, you know, how you having to draw out magic constantly just for you to be able
Yeah.
to use it, which I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely had its flaws in the mechanics, but
Yeah.
it's not so bad to the point where I would disparage the entire game just because of it. I mean, if you're talking about turn-based in general, you're
Yeah.
always going to have some flaw in the fluidity of how you use magic-based attacks, right? So,
Yeah.
as far as it goes, it definitely needed work, but what turn-based doesn't?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question for you
Yeah.
is, what are your thoughts on Squall's Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts appearances when he's quote unquote Leon?
Okay, first of all, the fact that they call him Leon, still cool. Still cool. I'm okay with it. I was never a big fan of the name Squall, so whatever. But I think his appearance is really cool. Like really cool. His part in the whole Kingdom Hearts lore kind of fits really well, and I kind of really liked him. I think he was a good addition. He wasn't like too over the top, like someone like Sephiroth is, you know, the final bit, like
Yeah.
the stadium battle thing, or
God.
you know, or like even Cloud was like kind of forgettable in Kingdom Hearts, like the series, you know. So
I
it's
mean,
like,
in the first one, yeah. In the second one, when he's working like with Leon and stuff, like it works out a little better.
yeah, but it was tandem, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like you can remember him separately.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it was just a matter of how to integrate those characters, and I think Kingdom Hearts did that really well.
Okay. So your current games.
So my current games, I did a full 180 on like the kind of games I did
RPG
here.
too.
RPG to FPS.
Wow.
Boy, okay, listen. I am one of the biggest Destiny nuts. I love Destiny. I will take whatever hate it takes to put that out there, but I think it's probably one of the most fun FPSs I've ever played. And here's my reasoning why. Okay? You have a whole, like, Destiny 1, you had, like, a good balance on the weapons and the weapon system, but going into, like, Destiny 2, you just have a whole world of different weapons and different mechanics that you can introduce into just the FPS playstyle, right? But then on top of that, you have the added, like, magic subclasses that you can introduce into your fighting style. So, like, for me, I main Warlock, okay? And on Warlock, I do Stormcaller. And, boy, do I just melt melt Guardians with my Stormcaller, right? And it's because there's every FPS guy, it doesn't matter where you go or what game you play, you have this particular style to, you can either be like hit and run, you can rush, you can do like a whole bunch of different stuff. But with Destiny, you can introduce mechanics to either back up your playstyle or, you know, defend against weak points. So like for me, the hardest part of any kind of FPS battle, even if it's like PvP or you know, just the storyline, is like breaking off an engagement, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
that's something you hate doing.
Yeah, because like your health is low, your shields are gone, everything's just like falling apart, and you're just like, no, I need to recover, I need to go back. Generally, in FPSs, all you can do is just run. That's all you got. But you know, enemies still have line of sight. It doesn't matter. Like, you can try to duck behind something, but if you're in an open space, if you're in a part of the map where you can't really do that, what are you gonna do? So, for me, it's like Destiny allows me to like throw grenades or, you know, use my special to like break off from the engagement, and it really supplements my playing style, which I think hasn't been done in a lot of shooters. There
Actually,
really isn't. Yeah.
I kind of want to. Actually, I want to know your opinion on this because I feel like a lot of what you're saying is very similar to something like, you know, have you played Borderlands?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that's very similar to Borderlands because, you know, they're both loot shooters. You know, you loot stuff and all other stuff. But until that point where the only option you have to run, I kind of liked it in Borderlands 1 whenever you're playing as a siren, where you can phase walk. You know, if you're low, you can just phase walk. And you can basically, you know, you take no damage, and you can go through enemies if you need a breather or something. And I really like that with Borderlands 1. Borderlands 2, the Siren got turned into a different kind of class with, you know, making like a black hole or something where you can lock enemies in place. But I do feel like Borderlands 2 was a lot more balanced in that aspect, where I feel like there was a lot more crazy weapons that you can use to kind of break off an engagement, like, you know, crazy grenades and stuff like that.
As far as that goes, the only thing I really have to say is that there are like a bunch of different mechanics that you can introduce to a shooter, but not all of them are great. Like stuff that just makes you OP or untouchable or stuff like that. That's never going to be good because you always need that challenge. It doesn't matter, and you know, that can be applicable to any game. So, I mean, that's really what I like about Destiny, and that's really what I want to see from shooters. You know, from this point on, is just introducing those mechanics that give you a slight leg up, but still allow you to fight in the game. Anyways, as far as that goes, we are so glad that you guys could join us, and hopefully, we'll see you in the shop.
Hands up! Well, who are you? What do you want?
You know what I want.
Here. I don't have any money on me. It's all card.
I don't want that. I want your sponsors.
No, anything but that. I need the. Okay. My sponsors are Iron Buffalo Comics, Gaming, and Coffee. We're all your comics, gaming, and coffee needs. And I can't say anymore, please.
Don't make me.
My other sponsor is Under the Sun Retail on eBay, where you can find everything under the sun. Please let me go.
Well, thank you.
Joe, come on, just do it. Just do it. I didn't even know we were doing anything. Make sure to like us on Twitter, Instagram, and MySpace. Oh, make sure to like and subscribe too. Wait. Just cut it.